Today's video is all about the latest draft rumors, news, everything surrounding our Detroit Lions. Now, within 24 hours, right, the draft is about to begin. Well, tomorrow night. So stay tuned to this channel. If there is something, say there's a trade or something that happens between now and the start of the draft, just stay notified to the channel. I'll probably make other videos if it's a legit rumor or legit news. If it's speculation, I won't do it, but if it's legit, I will, between now and the draft, make an extra video. I will be live for the draft tomorrow, so make sure you're back here tomorrow night. We're going to be live for the draft. We're going to go through the selections, and we'll see who the Lions get. And we're going to break the player down and have it all for you. And we're going to be breaking every single player down that the Lions draft this weekend. So make sure you're set. Let's get this video started. As you know, again, this video is all going to be about the latest draft. I just did tabs here. There's so much going on right now. It's pointless to make graphics because it's just a lot going on. So we're trying to make this a little bit easier for you. So let's go ahead and do the final mock draft of Corey Woods, who he has the Detroit Lions taking. He has Kenneth Grant from Michigan. This would be an amazing pick, by the way. And why I do the mock drafts from the Lions insiders, guys, is because they're closer to the organization. And I don't think Grant will be there. Maybe. We don't know how the draft's going to go, but that would be a great selection. Anything on the defensive line, whether it be interior or pass rusher, I approve significantly. And as you can see, Baltimore Ravens is always taking the player, an edge rusher, before the Lions. That's been trend's been going on forever. And, that's probably going to happen all the way to the draft. So grade Corey Woods' selection with the 28th pick. How do you feel about Kenneth Grant being a Detroit Lion? Let's go to the next one here really quick. And A to Z Sports is dropped an article about the newest information in regards to the Lions with the 28th pick. Now it's turned on mock drafts. The Lions taking a cornerback with the 28th pick from Peter Schrager, solely based on things he's hearing. Is the Lions taking Will Johnson from Michigan. And then you had Matt Miller's, the Lions taking Kentucky's Maxwell Hairston at 28, the cornerback. Wow, I don't believe the Lions will take a cornerback with the 28th pick. We took Terry Arnold last year, Ennis Rakestraw as well. It was back-to-back. There has been rumors, right, that the Lions could trade Amik Robertson, and if they did that, they would need another cornerback. This draft is interesting because, as you know, Brad Holmes is going to go for BPA, and I think it's BPA closer to the position that they need, right? And you look at that there's quite a bit, right? Defensive line and so on with the offensive line. It would be really difficult for me to see that the Detroit Lions would be picking a cornerback with the 28th pick. Why is that? Because you're getting a player who's hardly going to play. Now, if you trade away Amik Robertson, you're putting a rookie in there. And again, you look at Ennis Rakestraw. Rookie last year, hardly played due to injury. Are you wanting to do that when your team is in a Super Bowl mode? But again, BPA, that's what they do. But I do believe that there'll be a BPA of a position that the Lions really need with 28th pick, or they could trade up or down. Now, a lot of people in this draft think the picks between 10, after 10, second and third round, they're nearly similar grades. So it's hard for me to believe that the Lions would go cornerback there. I think this one is a bunch of BS smoke. I wouldn't believe this one if I were you. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. It's the best ticketing app, the #1 app that I trust, and the app that I want you guys to get. It has so many great features, specialized in last-minute deals, and saves up to 60% when buying last-minute tickets for sports, concerts, comedy, theater. It doesn't matter. They have Game Time picks, making last-minute ticket buying easier than ever by quickly highlighting the best seats in the stadium. And there is so many other events going on right now, whether it's concerts, baseball, Tigers, hockey, Pistons, playoffs. There's a lot going on right now. And the best part of Game Time is that you can see the price of your tickets up front and when you do all the pricing, so you're not getting surprised by hidden fees at checkout. They also take the lowest prices guaranteed. So if you find tickets that is cheaper in a different app or service in the same exact seat, same row, same everything, Game Time's going to credit you 110% of the difference. Go see the Tigers. Go see the Red Wings. Go see the Pistons in the playoffs right now. Ton of concerts in Detroit in the summer. So get started today and take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. You plug in Chat Sports and you'll get $20 off your very first purchase. Terms to apply. You have to you have an email to save that money. How you do it again? You go to the redeem code section. You plug in Chat Sports, CHATSPORTS, to get $20 off your first purchase. Like I said, terms to apply, all of that stuff to save that money. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time today. Download the app. Put in the redeem code section. Get Game Time app today. It's last-minute tickets and lowest prices guaranteed. All right, we're going to jump into this Jameson Williams thing really quick. Like, this is the biggest deal right now for the draft that's going on for the Lions. And it's blowing up social media. It's blowing up waves. The Lions potentially trading of Jameson Williams. Before I get into the main topic of this, I'm going to ask you, do you want the Lions to trade Jameson Williams? Why for yes and for no? Let me know in your thoughts in the comments. Okay, trading away Jameson Williams. A lot of smoke to this right now. We're hearing it everywhere. It's now in the mainstream. There was some post on a social media on Jameson Williams, cryptic post. It could mean anything, so no one really knows what's going on. I reached out, and only information that I potentially could get that's anything is I don't think it's going to happen, but you don't know. That's all I've gotten. I don't believe it's going to happen. I truly don't want it to happen. It could happen, right? 100%. We've seen TJ Hockenson get traded, DeAndre Swift get traded. A little bit different of a time, though, right? The Lions were not in a win-now mode Super Bowl window at that time. This is different. Contract issues, right? There is contract issues going on. So, look, speculation is going to blow up. And all I know is I cannot wait till the speculation is over, and that's to the NFL draft. But now we're getting crazy trade rumors saying trading Jameson Williams to the Chicago Bears. I have a real hard time believe if the Lions were going to move JMO that they would send him to Ben Johnson in the NFC North. Yes, we sent TJ Hockenson to the Vikings. That's different. Jameson Williams is a guy that could take the top off of defense. If Brad Holmes did that, I mean, you're literally cutting off your own legs and, just giving the enemy more ammunition. It'd be a hard time believing that. I just don't see that. And that's coming here, talking about other trades as well as the Dallas Cowboys. Now, this one is intriguing. And why I say this is intriguing. If there is a trade of Jameson Williams, I could see the Dallas Cowboys doing that. Two reasons why. For one, they need a wide receiver. Well, a couple reasons. Two, we've traded with a 4. But 3, Jerry Jones made a cryptic he spoke cryptically yesterday saying he has 2 big trades potentially on the table. Now, he didn't say what players, but he just said that with a big smile on his face. That a little bit worries me, right? Because I could see a situation like that if they were to do it. Again, I hope not. I do not want Jameson Williams traded. Like Mike Valenti, I agree with him. If you trade Jameson Williams, I feel like you're not trying to win the Super Bowl this year. That would be my personal belief. Now, you may think, Mike, no way. They're just, blah, 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 blah. But it's hard for me to believe you lose Ben Johnson, Jameson Williams, and Kevin Zeitler in one offseason, and you get better with a harder schedule in a harder division. It's really difficult for me to believe that would occur. Now, the rumor is if there is a trade, the Lions are wanting a first-round pick. That's what I've seen. If that's the case, that's great because I don't think a team would give up a first-round pick. I know this is a bad draft for wide receivers, but that's a high draft pick. We've seen it before, though, right? Literally with the Cowboys, 20 years ago, we traded them wide receiver over there, Williams, as well, just a different one. Um, it's tough for me to think that. Again, do you want Jameson Williams traded? Why for yes and for no? I do not. Absolutely do not. And there's Yardbarks coming up with 5 teams Lions could trade for. They're two JMO, Arizona Cardinals, right? They could do for Harrison. New York Jets. You got Aaron Glenn. They need some offense over there. The Raiders want to get Pete Carroll. I heard they may go for Ashton Genty. The running backs, they want some speed there. The Chargers would make sense with Harbaugh, and the Dallas Cowboys actually does make the most sense. Oh, I don't want this to occur, folks. I think a lot of people are putting things together, but I do think that maybe teams did call on JMO. I do think so because Brad Holmes is an individual that will listen. But if he is not traded during the draft, they're not trading him. And remember, Brad Holmes spoke and said he's going to pick up the 5th-year option. A lot going on, like with speculation, and I can't tell you. I don't know 100%, folks. I don't think it's going to happen. I hope it's not happening. I hope it's BS. I hope it's smoke that's untrue. And I'm not being a Jameson homer. I don't think being a Jameson homer, I want to win now. And he gives us a better chance to win right now than if the Lions were to trade Jameson Williams and pick up a rookie wide receiver. That's what I'm in. I do agree that this year and potentially next year is a real big open regard for the Super Bowl, right? A Super Bowl window. And the Lions, you need to have the talent on there. I don't know if everyone appreciates what Jameson Williams brings to that defense, but you can see it when you watch the game how it opens everything up because of his speed. And I'm afraid if you're to lose that offense is going to get not just worse, but it'll take a step back. It would take a step back. You're condensing everything a little bit more. You don't want to get rid of Jared Goff's weapons. That's another thing I fear of, right? We already lost to Zeitler. Mahogany, I do think, will do a good job, but he was still a good piece. You lose Ben Johnson, and if you're to lose Jameson Williams, that's tough. It's tough. And I don't think Brad Holmes does it. I think he understands this. But I couldn't tell you. He's such a good poker player. I have never seen a general manager that we've had that can just he's good, and he keeps everything within his chest and moves and rumors. It's quite difficult to understand what's going on because he's great at what he does, but we're going to find out. Like he said, get your popcorn ready for the draft. We're going to find out here real shortly.